What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite host doing the most, and you know I love the most. It's Mo Williams tuning in. This is Give 'em Mo podcast coming to you on a Sunday. We'll be coming out tomorrow on a Monday. Before I give the details to the episode and introduce my guest, I wanted to say rest in peace to Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gigi. It's a sad story. It's a sad day. A legend has gone. I know a lot of people are Kobe fans. He definitely revolutionized basketball for a long time, but this is bigger than basketball. I want to give my condolences to his wife and his family because, that's who it's going to affect the most, the people who he's close to, his wife and his 3 other daughters. So, many prayers to him and also the other victims that was in the plane crash. But we're going to jump right into this episode today. I got a special guest, Mr. Trey Rhodes. Make some noise.
How y'all doing today? It's Trey Rhodes, your super agent. Trey Rhodes representing. What's up, Mo? Thanks for having me.
No problem. How was your day so far? What you do today?
So far, my day's been great. Typical Sunday. I woke up, got some organization done, started planning for my day, for my week. Got ready, went to the gym like I usually do. Got a little workout in. Hit yoga. I do yoga every week, man. I love it. It's dope, relaxing. It's my reset button for the week. And then went home, got some more organization done, cleaned up, and got ready to come over here.
Sound like a pretty productive day. I might go to the gym after we done here. Haven't decided yet, but health is wealth, right?
You know it.
So I guess, our focus today, of course, you are a super real estate agent, like he said. But we want to focus on the importance of credit first. Like, give us some misconceptions. I know you help people fix their credit, but what are some misconceptions you run into as far as getting people to trust you and help, and as far as getting people to trust you with that process, because it is vital information.
Whew, that's a good one. Okay, so as far as getting people to trust me, I think it just comes with knowledge. As far as trust, I can get trust. It just comes with building a relationship. But when it comes to credit, that's more personal. People are more sensitive about their credit. So now it just comes down to what you know and how much you know. So if I could, prove to these people that I have trust in me, that I may know a little bit more about credit than they do, and yes, I am here to help you, then that's my whole point. But you gotta just be able, all you gotta do is be able to get the knowledge out there, and hopefully someone picks it up. But if not, you can't really. You gotta let people make their own decisions and choices in life.
Okay, so typically, what normally affects people's credit the most in a negative way?
Late payments. People think it's like just getting a credit card. No, it's good to get a credit card. If you got 2 or 3 credit cards, that's good too. Don't close them. That'll hurt you a lot.
So you say late payments, that's 1, and closing credit cards is 2, right?
Yes, sir.
My mother told me about you want to use about 30% of that credit.
Yeah, your mother's a smart woman. If you're really trying to maintain a good, solid credit score or continue to build it, you want to keep the balance at about 30% and use about that much of your credit line. That's what creditors like. That's what they think is a safe zone. If you really want to actually make your score go up a little bit more, you can even shoot for around 12%. That's actually a good rate to be at, but 30% is for those who are more active with their credit card.
You said 12%. Why 12?
I can't tell you exactly why 12, but I can tell you that whenever these agencies are looking at the credit score and then they're noting that you can maintain this 12%, I'm assuming it's just the fact that they just want to see you making payments. They want to see you showing your responsibility as far as getting the money back, and you're still gonna be paying on interest, but I think it's showing kind of a management thing. That's what credit is all about. Really, it's showing that you can manage your money and work your finances.
All right, so it's probably like, I ain't gonna say it's a cliche or whatever, but when I was doing sales at Furniture Row, big shout out to Furniture Row, one of the best furniture stores around. I was on the Oak Express side, and I would get people come in and do credit apps, and their annual income be anywhere from 500,000, 750,000. I think I seen a few people come by for a couple million. But the person who gave me the best advice was this lady. She owned a granite business, and the granite business brought in $8 million a year. And her husband let her handle all the finances. And she told me, I was like, because I got curious, she was very open. I was just like, if you business make $8 million a year, why are you financing? And she was like, just because you got the money, don't mean you got to spend it. I keep it open for a few months and then I close it. And if I want something else, I just come back and get it. Generally, is that a smart concept that even if you have not even millions, but just hundreds of thousands of dollars, is it still okay to just finance something just to keep that credit score looking good?
Yeah, definitely. She seems like she's using the investor mindset, which is where you really want to make sure that you're making all of your money, all of your assets work for you. And so what she's doing is basically rotating her money, rotating her taxes, and refreshing her credit. The credit cycle, she's making her payments on time. She's improving her credit, improving her credit history, and she's showing that she's definitely managing her money and she can keep up with her finances, her debt to income ratio, and still manage her lifestyle. Then there's also the fact that if she's got this money, you got to think about it. She's also got that much assets, and that's how she's working, making her money work for her by keeping it in rotation instead of just, if you just buy something outright and then you pay for it, yeah, you got the money to pay for it. Now you just have another thing, versus at least making it build something towards you. Because if you have unlimited credit, you really kind of can just you can do whatever you want out here. And she's just really making sure that she's set.
So what's the highest credit score you can attain?
The highest score?
Like I say, once you reach this score, you probably can get anything.
Well, really, anything above 720, 750. Like the highest score is 800. That's the highest score you can get. And if you got over a 750, a creditor's gonna look at you in your report and just say, "Okay, so what are we doing today?"
Okay.
Asking questions pretty much usually.
All right, and I heard you talking about assets. Of course, this is very informative. What are good assets? I mean, all assets are good, probably, but what are some assets that, if in life, that you feel like you must have? You, especially being in the credit and the real estate realm. As far as you, what are some assets that you may have or are working towards that you must have to achieve wealth or just anything you want to achieve?
Before I answer that question, side note back to the credit thing, I do want to say that if anyone listening wants to maybe get hear me go more in depth on the situation, I do have a YouTube video called 6 Steps to Credit Stability, and you can just type that in. Go ahead and subscribe to me, Brothers Peace. And
what's the name of your channel?
My channel is brotherspeace@gmail.com. That's me. Brother speaking his peace. But yeah, you can definitely type in 6 Steps of Credit Stability, and it'll pop up first video, and it's just giving you some tips and ways on how to improve or maintain your credit, and giving some background on different steps and how creditors operate. But back to the asset thing. So like you said, any asset is a good asset. when it comes to real estate, it just helps to know the difference between what an asset and a liability is. Because if I go and buy a house and it's in my name, it's paid off, that's great. But I'm just living in it and making payments on it, that house is a liability. Because anything that I'm making payments on monthly is a liability. Then I'm just pretty much just paying in the hole. But if I end up renting that house out or reselling it, and even if I sell it to flip it, I'm only gonna get I'm just getting net income. I'm not getting cash flow, which is what I would want for renting. I can make my money stretch a lot longer. Definitely probably get 2-3 times as much as I would have if I would have just doubled my money and made it work for me. And also, I got my taxes. I can use all this as a tax write-off. I can shift the money so that way I'm not having to pay for it, and I'm still making a profit off of my investment.
Okay. I like that. So, what really made you want to go down this path? I know everybody have their own reasons for. Like me, I went to IT for my personal reason. My mother went down the educator's path for her. It's all educating, but you get what I'm saying. A curriculum, an education path. What made you want to go down the real estate creditor's role? We're just gonna take making a lot of money out of it. What's the passion that makes you wake up every day that wants to come up with a plan to put you in position every day, every week, every month, every year to be successful in the real estate game?
All right, Mo. You've seen us play Monopoly before. For those of you who don't know, Monopoly it's a game that can be very competitive. It can tear families apart.
Side note, they have a lot of strange rules over there. Well, I'm going to just leave that there. A lot of strange rules.
Look, man, you got to understand. People don't like Monopoly because, it's a 6-hour game. It takes too long. Do you want to just play Monopoly or do you want to play Monopoly? We set it up to where the house rules make it to where there's timers. There's rules to where you got to keep the game rolling. So that way you can knock a good game out in 2 hours or less and really get the point across. You can, you can dominate the game, and it's a lot of fun when you got people that's competitive about it and everything. But so playing. All right, so I went through a time in my life where I was trying to figure out what I could do, what I wanted to do. I had to think about what I felt as far as what my passions were, and I'm a social person, so I like to talk to people, meet people. If I care about you and I know that you're looking out for me, then I'm gonna do what I can to make sure that you got everything you need. So with that, I need freedom, and also I need to be able to network and socialize and still make it to where it's profitable so I can keep up. And once that everything becomes profitable, now I can take care of the people like I need to. And real estate provides a lot of that opportunity. I kind of saw that from playing Monopoly. We were just coming up with strategies and stuff, and my grandpa had just died the year before, a couple months before that, and I was just trying to figure out, how can I give back, maintain my freedom, and use what I was taught from my family, my grandpa, the opportunities that he gave me when he passed, just to invest in something to make it work. And weirdly enough, I was also reading into a lot of politics, and I kind of saw that to be powerful is to be connected. To be connected is to have power. Money is power. Real estate is power. And really, if you can get into this cycle, this system where it's constant money flow, land, which is the most valuable asset there is because it never depreciates. If you have money and don't know what to do with it, just buy some land and it'll come to you. But I had to figure out how to get into this cycle to where now once I can get in, okay, I'm gonna learn all there is to learn, as much there is, because in real estate, you learn it every day. You got to take classes constantly throughout the year to maintain your status and your license, to make sure you're up to date with all your knowledge. And now that I'm acquiring this knowledge, I'm gonna put myself in a position to where I can spread this knowledge to the people that I care about, to the people that I know that's just like me before I found this knowledge, hurting for it, but don't know how to get it and what to do about it. So my goal is to basically, if I can show you that I can live out loud my best life and get in this position, and I can learn all there is to, or the most I can out of this situation, and help the people around me and help them learn this and spread this, then not only will I be helping the people I care about, but the overall system, because now there's more people that's knowledgeable about what's going on, instead of just having a lot of doubtful fears that really hold you back. There's a lot of the reason that the system doesn't work is because of lack of knowledge. There's people who are scared to go get a credit card and to maintain their credit because they think that, it's going to be too tough to make a $30 a month payment on time, but they can also have this Netflix account, $20, $30, Netflix, Hulu, everything, and make these same payments and be entertained, but that takes priority over fixing your credit. So it just kind of comes down to, I guess, bringing awareness to even if your priority is Netflix, that's cool, but at least understand the importance of credit. At least understand the importance of budgeting, putting some money up aside, or even thinking about, if I spend this money through Cash Avenue, if I spend it through my credit card, or if I just put it in my safe, how will this affect me if I take all these different routes?
Okay. I like all of that. Let me ask you a question. We're going to test your knowledge. Okay. See what you know. This is just one question, though. What person or family in the world owns the most land? And do you know how much land they own? I feel like people should know this because it's an outlandish number. And when I tell you, as a realtor, you're probably going to be like, wow. So think foreign. I'm going to say that. What family or person do you believe owns the most land?
Is it the royal family?
The royal family. How much?
I don't know how much, but I definitely know that. They still own like large amounts of Africa.
The Queen Elizabeth II. She is the queen of 32 countries, head of the Commonwealth of 54 countries, and has the world's largest amount of land at 6.6 billion acres. She owns 1/6 of the land in the world. But I read something that she has enough land to end world poverty on her own. Now, here's another one. You hear about inflation of the earth. Is that really true? Are there really too many people on this planet for the amount of land?
Yeah. There's.
Hold on. You say yeah. I'm gonna say no. You know why?
Let me finish. But go ahead.
I'm gonna let you finish, and I'm a rebuttal. Go ahead. I want to hear what you got to say first.
With the inventory that we have right now, yes, because there's poor maintenance as far as people and how to live, where to live, the whole financial situations. It definitely wasn't managed well as society came along. I'm gonna stop right there so you can go ahead.
I'm gonna say take all the complexity out. Do you know that everybody in the world, all 7 or 8 billion people, can fit in Alaska alone? Did you know that?
No, Not particularly, but
Sounds
seems uncomfortable.
sounds crazy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if everybody can fit on Alaska, how is this world overcrowded? Now, when you add money and power and all that into it, then it seems improbable. But all I'm saying is that if you took money and everything out of it, obviously we know in the world we go, let's just say everybody reset the world. And they gave everybody all the same thing. Everybody got a house, everybody got this. Eventually, somebody with a car ain't gonna want their car. They gonna bargain their car. That sound like a stupid bargain, but I give you my car for part of your land. And right there, naturally you just start bargaining, and somebody's gonna end up ahead of people. But with 6.6 billion acres of land, they have enough land to end world poverty by themselves, and that's only 1/6 of the world. Now let's just say about 2/6 of the world is inhabitable. That still leaves 3/6 of the world plus that 1/6, 4/6 of the world that can take people, but we choose not to. You know, also you guys, we are coming up on February, Black History Month. Make sure you all support each other. Make sure you all do your thing. Like I said, I brought Trey on specifically an updated episode. This is coming out tomorrow. This is a very updated episode. This is 2020. You know, make sure you guys support each other this year or any year. But don't just support each other for Black History Month and after that you stop giving Black history and stuff like that. Also, do not use Black History Month to talk about the same things. We know who Martin Luther King is. We know who Harriet Tubman in the world and those people are, and we show respect to them. But there's more Black history in this world. I want to say like 1 or 2 out of every 3 inventions was created by a person of color. Do your research. Do everything you need to do. Back to you, Trey. How's business going? You told me not to ask you that question, so I'm going to ask it to you anyway. How's business going?
Man, business is going great. Definitely. It's a process. Real estate is a process. It's not something that happens immediately, but with me, there's a bunch of baby steps every day. And as long as I'm making baby steps, I'm going forward, and that means that business is good. And I say that with baby steps because, yes, I'm a young agent, as in I just finished my first full year of real estate. And being that I'm not a Charlotte native, the hardest part of this is to make sure that you're connected and that you have a solid base of trust under you. And so, you know, I could go back home where I'm all-American state, you know, wrestler, got records and all this stuff, and the whole city knows me. Or I could come out here on my own, try to make it work, and really get to know, take the chance to get to know Charlotte itself, the city itself, the people here. That's what makes it lively. That's what makes it attractive, and that's where I have to figure out how to get in at.
So you're getting in there. So been in the game for a year. Generally, how long, does it take a new real estate agent to, ultimately sell that first home? We're not going to talk about the people who just hit the ground running, so to speak. On average, what does it say? How long does it take an up-and-coming real estate agent to sell their first home?
It's so funny. Real estate is so not average, and yet full of averages. Anything could get you set up as far as your first sale. You know, that's my whole point about not being from here versus someone who has been here their whole life, and they know their elementary school teacher. They still talk there, so all of these things kind of factor in as far as when you get your first sale. But if you don't have any kind of backing or anybody giving you any sales or anything, you definitely want to go into real estate expecting to go a whole year before you even get any kind of agreements or anything to fully go through. And that's just at least, it just depends on who you are and how much work you put in on it, but it definitely takes time, and it does take that whole first year to really even figure out what direction you're trying to go.
So not to help the competitor, what advice would you give the person right now sitting in their state, sitting at home, wanting to do it but don't know exactly, what steps they should take? And matter of fact, take the steps out of it. What advice would you give someone who's not only in your same position after that first year, you haven't necessarily sold anything, but you're making connections, or to the person? Because I hear a lot of people, and I'm not one of them right now. I got to do more research and stuff. I'm not taking the real estate route right now, but I hear a lot of people saying, I don't get my license in real estate. Like, that's what I'm about to do. And I'm about to buy a house and a duplex and this and that. And I say to everybody, not to go away from the question, but at Furniture Row, a lady came in and she was a real estate agent. And I said, I got a friend, that friend being you, that's about to jump into it. And she said, well, the best advice you can give him is to have money saved up for about 6 months and understand that he's going to be doing a lot of driving and not necessarily a lot of selling. But it's tough, but he just going to have to find his way. But what advice would you give? A lot of people wouldn't exactly consider where you at the successful point. I consider it the build up to the explosion. So what would you say to people who want to go into real estate?
Oh, man. I definitely would say be patient. All of that, what the lady told Mo for me is right. You need to save up. You need to have yourself in a position where you can afford to do more investing with your time than actually the money you're going to get back from it, because you'll see zeros for a while, you'll see no's for a while until something pops for you as far as real estate goes. Give it time. And as far as going back, this to the competitor, it doesn't have to be any competitor. To anyone out there listening who is going to go into real estate out here in Charlotte or anywhere else, because luckily, I'm grateful enough to be in real estate where I have opportunities to make money with people who are in other states, in other countries. I have opportunities to make money with people here who may be a real estate agent. I can link up, we can have an event, and again, grateful enough to be in Charlotte where the city, the growth here is going crazy. And we're coming back to the inventory thing. It's more people moving here than we have places to put them. So you see these apartments going up crazy like that. That's why it's too many people coming to Charlotte. But that's also more opportunities coming for me. So I'm here to help anybody who's down to be patient and to help me. In the end, like it'll come back. I'm not worried about anything coming to me right away. Like, I just trying to put myself out there as far as letting you know that I'm here to do what I can, basically, to make sure that everyone gets it, everyone eats. There's enough money and opportunity. Enough money and opportunity out here for everybody to live happy and do as much as they want.
Right. So you don't even look at it as a competitive thing. You look at it as this is open play. It's
teamwork makes the dream work.
All right. So outside of selling homes in real estate, if you could take any avenue right now and would guarantee you success in real estate, which avenue do you feel fits you the most and will be the most profitable for you? Okay, you could sell homes, you could, get land, apartment complex and stuff like that. I'm not really versed on real estate, but I think you get what I'm saying.
I got you now, yeah. So yeah, there's a couple different agency relationships, which again on my YouTube channel is one of the videos that I have coming out soon. I have different aspects of real estate and credit and whatever you guys can check out. But anyway, yeah, there's different agency relationships that I can get into, and one of them would be probably the listing agent. I think that if I had it my way, I could sit down on my computer and just have emails coming to me with people asking me to sell their house all day. That'd be probably the best thing. As far as, again, out here in Charlotte, it's a seller's market. If you got a house, if your house is worth more than what you bought it for 3, 4, 6 years ago, which most likely it is because that's how Charlotte market is right now, then you just call me, you ready to sell it, and yeah, I want to sell it. I want to help you get that money, get you the most money for it so you can get yourself in another spot that's comfortable and you feel good about your transaction. That's what I would like to do, I guess, perfectly. But starting out right now, there's so many options and so many avenues I can do in real estate. Starting out, they usually say they want you to be a buyer's agent because you could work with first-time home buyers. These are people who may not know enough about real estate to call you out on your mistakes and maybe try to tell you what to do because the person who's done it a couple times, they have their ways that they like to go about it. So you got to be able to adjust on that standpoint of it. But
so, let's give a scenario. I'm in a process. I want to buy a home. Why do I need a real estate agent?
Why do you need a real estate agent? That is a great question. Basically, you can't just like fixing your credit, just like selling your home, buying your home. You can do all of these things by yourself. You are fully capable. The next guy's fully capable. Don't ever put anybody down because they can do it. It just takes the go forth and the will to get the information to do the right process. Now, you got to also look around where we live in, how we live in this society today. And what do they say? 90% of people don't do what they supposed to do, what they want to do, or what they have to do. So those 90% of people can rely on me, the qualified professional, to sell their house and do the work, do the real estate work for them. And also, I can show you. I can pull up diagrams, charts, whatever, showing you whatever you need to see to show you that. Typically, when you use a real estate agent, you're gonna get 30%, at least 30% more than what you could have if you did it by yourself.
Which 30% as in
if you're selling your house, I can get 30% more money for at least 30% more on your return.
Okay.
I just being a real estate agent, I just have more opportunities, more avenues as far as marketing goes. I have more reach. I can definitely create a competitive situation for your home, and that will get you more money. Just how creative I can be with getting your house sold.
Okay. So, is there anything you don't like about real estate? It's okay. Everybody have their dream jobs, dream careers. You've been in it for a year. If you have nothing to say, that's fine. But is there something that you just wish was different or you don't like as far as your real estate?
No, man. I love my job. I've been working on my patience since for a few years now. I'm in a position where I have enough money to where I can maintain my bills and focus on my real estate, and really and truly, it just takes me waiting and putting myself out there. So, in a way, I'm kind of living my life, my best life, while making it pertinent while making it purposeful towards real estate, helping people and everything. So it's if all I have to do is just be patient, it takes 5 years to build a business. If this is my first year, my root year, then next year is my sprout year. I don't have any quarrels with my job. I'm happy, and I'm just gonna keep focused and keep working, because I know it's gonna come. Real estate is all about how much work I put into the game. So if I'm gonna put in the work, I'm gonna get what I get from it.
And you guys, he said something very crucial in there. It takes 5 years to build a business. Now, it's kind of like I tell my brother with investments. My brother always showed me investments. This person got X amount of money back. That person got this amount of money back. And I told him, go look at the people who fail. And he said, why? And I said, the reason why you want to look at the people that fail, because that number almost triples or quadruples that number of people that succeeded. Now, you have knowledge on what not to do, and you have knowledge on what to do. Everybody, Bitcoin, this, and this, XRP, all this. Invest, they say. Why not try to find what you believe is going to blow up? Now, Blockbuster had the opportunity to invest in Netflix. They didn't think it was a good idea. Look at Blockbuster. There's a Netflix in this world right now. There's a Microsoft. There might be an Amazon on the market right now that you are overlooking. Make sure you take your time to truly research. Okay, let's just say, is it XRP, the one that everybody's investing in right now? It's some stock a couple stocks that everybody's investing in, and everybody just give it 2 years. It's cryptocurrency.
Okay.
Yeah, so my thing is, cryptocurrency is amazing. I heard somebody say that the actual dollar in about 50 years will be worth $100 bill will be worth $1 because cryptocurrency. And I'm gonna also tell you in that, make sure you're smart enough to not believe everything you hear. America will never let their $100 bill be worth $1. They will create a whole new physical form of income before they put everything into a cryptic coin. Now, do I have research to do? Yes. Do I believe there's going to be some instant millionaires and billionaires from a new Bitcoin, so to speak? Yes.
Pay
but
attention to your politics.
Yes.
This politics is they talk. Your money moves based off of politics. Whatever policies these rule makers are making, the things that they feel count. I.e., when Bitcoin was on that boom a couple years back, one of the main reasons it stopped was because the banks didn't like it, and there was a new policy made because the banks and cryptocurrency couldn't come to an agreement on how to link together, because crypto was trying to stay private and the banks was trying to get their hand in there. So pay attention to your politics. I know it's scary, but there's a lot of truth in the BS if you can just sit there and pay attention.
Yeah, and most people don't keep up with what actually dictates what goes on in their life. And then we're at a day and time, and I'm not even going to go into the Trump thing. As long as your decision wasn't based off race or gender bias, I really don't care who you pick. Because at some rate, it was going to be something that one side didn't like anyway. You're putting one man in charge of millions of different opinions. They can only do but so much. But like you said, politics dictated. If you believe that these banking systems are going to allow a cryptocurrency to outtake them, you're going to witness something in 2020. When you're gonna witness something. You're gonna witness something because paper money, ever since they switched it from $1 was represented by a silver peace and everything was balanced, to now they just print it and burn it and do whatever they can, to now that if your country denies the U.S. currency, that you are going to be in some type of war in the upcoming year.
Right, Iran.
Everybody who denied the U.S. currency was in a war with them. And that's not to conspiracy, that's real life. And there's a reason why.
The gold standard is real.
But like I said, you guys, mind your investment, mind your credit, and just live to the best of your capability, because that's really what it's about. I know everybody is gonna not what I talked about in the beginning. Everybody is gonna look at this Kobe Bryant thing, and they're gonna remember him for their favorite basketball moments. I'm already seeing it. I rewatched the finals, this, and that. Kobe Bryant was a genius. And Kobe Bryant genius goes way beyond basketball. Actually, when he was done, he said that he was really done. He wasn't like a Brett Favre or anybody else. He really was just done with basketball. But Kobe Bryant created the Mamba League, which his daughter starred in, to teach young children how to play basketball the correct way. Writing children's books, investments beyond the imagination. Kobe Bryant invested in, what's the new drink called? You got, I can't think of it. The sports drink. It's like Blackout Berry and. You know what I'm talking about.
Our Body Armor.
Body Armor. Kobe Bryant invested in Body Armor. So did James Harden. That was one of his main investments. Big on the body, big on the mind, a genius. But look at these situations, look at life more than just for what you see it as. Trey, the best advice I can give you, you already learned it, which is to stay patient. It's going to be days where you wake up and, you may not be motivated as the day before. It's hard to get up day by day, and you don't know, but
there's a bunch of L's coming your way. Lessons. That's what I call my L's. Lessons. There's a bunch of L's coming your way.
So, the most advice I can give you is actually just come from your cousin Marcel. Stay humble and you'll make it. But allow your humility to be your best teacher and live within your humility, and you'll be fine. When you get above your humility and your humbleness, that's when your cousin believes you take the most L's in this world. So, Trey, we're coming up right up on 45 minutes. I enjoy having you. I'm pretty sure a lot of people learn a lot of things from you, but I want to give you the last opportunity to just put out what you're doing. Anything you want to say, as much time as you want to take, just do it. And we're going to end it right after that. So the floor is yours.
I appreciate it. Thanks for listening, guys. If you like what you heard today, if you got any feedback, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be shooting the links to my pages, but my Facebook page at Trevante Rhodes, my Instagram page, The Rhodes to Home. You got my YouTube channel already. I'll say it again, brotherspeace@gmail.com. Go ahead and subscribe to me. Look, guys, I'm here to help you. If I can do anything, let me know. And I'm here. Let's learn together. Let's build together. Let's grow together. And let me put you on the roads to home.
And that's it. This is another installment of the Give 'Em Mo podcast. This will be episode 10. Season 1 is almost coming to a close. After this, we only have 4 more episodes. I believe Trey has one more thing to say. Go ahead and get it out.
I do. I forgot to tell you guys. I have a couple events coming up. If you do follow me, you'll be privy and you'll be able to keep tabs. But come on out. I'm teamed up with Wilson Oasis, and that's a nonprofit organization. Their goal is to bring forth awareness to the mental health of the African American community, specifically the black male. And so there's a 6-part series of events going on, and right now part 2, finance, is going down February 5th at Beatties Ford Library. If you guys want to come on out, you got something to say, you want to meet other individuals, you want to even help or participate in these scholarship opportunities for people who may need mental health assistance as far as scholarships and programs, guys, there's always a way for everybody. Show up and let's talk about it. It starts at 11:30 a.m. I'll see you there.
All right. Coming right up on 45 minutes. It is your favorite host doing the most. You know I love the most. And I like to say everybody be blessed. Be thankful for where you at. Be thankful for where you have. Be thankful you're breathing. Whether poor, for rich or poor, everybody is experiencing some type of loss behind the scenes. To just go a little bit one more time on Kobe Bryant. I know people wondering why he's on the helicopter, his daughter. I know people going to do conspiracy. Old LeBron just passed him last night for third all-time scoring. Please don't look into it that deeply. Just be thankful you're here. Show your condolences to his family. And always be happy to your family. As the great J. Cole said, love yours. Ain't no such thing in this world as a life that's greater than yours. Yeah, everyone be blessed once again. This is Give 'em More Podcast. Try to make some noise.
Oh. We out here.
We out. See y'all soon.